It does not have to be a new year, a new you. It just has to be a healthier you in the new year, you guys. Make sure you check down below in the description box where you can find the links to TLC products, including the ISOT, the NutriBurst, the Life Drops, the Resolution Drops. There's just so many things there to help you in burning fat and staying healthy. There's even the new Immune Tea, which I'm going to order. So I can't wait to try that. And I hope they get the sea moss back. But I do love the sea moss from Mint and Ocean. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a commercial. Yes, okay? Get those TLC products from me. And do not forget that my biggest life change has been through Kiara LASHAE, Team LASHAE, ifyoucanmove.com. You guys get cute little outfits from Peja and Amari. You also check out Just Move supplements because she is helping us with the energy. Okay, this is the energy supplement. Love it. Okay, just got my protein. Gonna get me some after I work out. So yeah, y'all, down below in the description box, support. So you guys are always asking me where I get my glasses from. So I thought I would finally give y'all a real little ad, okay? Firmoo, I can't see, bitch. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. These are my new Firmoo glasses here. Super cute, right? They are prescription because I'm like totally blind. And I got these matte ones that I think are really dope. And I felt like they would go good with the fact that I no longer have hair. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you guys can use my link and give me credit. And get you some glasses from free. Come on in. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back, y'all. I know. Usually I come to y'all much earlier, but I had stuff to go and do and I wanted to get it done before I did the videos. So yes, y'all, it's a little later than what we used to as of recent, but that's okay. Okay, because we're here. And if you did not catch it, then you're probably catching the playback. And if you are catching the playback, thank you so much. You are greatly appreciated as well. All right, let's do a check-in. Hey, Saki, thank you so much for coming through, love. I had to actually get my screenshots for everything. So that's why I didn't know what time I was going to come to y'all, because I wanted to make sure that I had everything done before I came. And I ain't feel like rushing myself. So, you know, yes, bitch, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat. Okay. I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Ooh. Dance. Listen, I can normally do it, but I couldn't do it just then. All right, yeah, I'm done. Thank you. But y'all said Whitney, and that was I listened to that song earlier when I was working. I was always kind of stuck in my head. Somebody who. Listen. Oh, I miss my girl. Oh, Lord, I miss my girl. Don't even bring her up around me, Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I got Notorious Queens on in the background, and I want to pause it because I want to make sure I don't miss Megan James embarrassing herself on this date. But yes, you guys, we are here for BBS. We're here for BBS reality show edition, which y'all know usually is Married to Medicine, Black and Crew, and Couples Therapy. But this time, Couples Therapy was off because there was some award show for reality shows that I did not watch. So we're going to start off with Growing Up Hip Hop because that happened last Thursday. Okay, we're going to start there. Is everyone ready? We're going to get into my notes. Okay, so you guys, Sam and Egypt are doing OnlyFans now. As if we needed them to be even more weird than they already are. Y'all, we've been spending so much time outside and the doors have been coming open. So then flies have been coming in. It's been raining and shit. I'm sorry, y'all. But I saw a fly and I'm like, I'm on. Get you. All right. Anyway, sorry. Yes. Sam in Egypt. He's in a thong. She's pimping out her weird ass boyfriend on OnlyFans so that she doesn't have to. It's like, why don't y'all figure out something to do with your lives? Okay, find a career. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to make money so that you don't have to rely on Sam's not toned, just, you know, real lackadaisical light-skinned body. Like, you know, that's no shade to the skin tone, but it's just descriptive. It's just descriptive, okay? He's real light-skinned, real pale, had on a white thong, cooking breakfast at nighttime. And he was like, what's sexy? What's sexy? Oh, breakfast at nighttime. That's sexy. I'm like, that's sexy? I mean, she's not slow, but something isn't connecting in Egypt's mind. Something, maybe it's having two crazy people for parents. Like, that's no disrespect, but we all know that Peppa and Tretch are two of the least rap type people in hip hop. Okay, two of the least, you know, all there people. They're not all there, y'all. Okay, so now we have the daughter of the girl that's not all there. Yeah, it's real prepubescent. It's real unattractive. Okay, like a pimp. Boogie comes over. Boogie, even though Boogie, you know, is so uncomfortable with Sam's ass being out, I was like, Boogie, your ass was out too. It may not have been in a thong, but you're sagging too hard. Pull it up. Pull it up. Okay. And then they were talking about only making $3,500 a month. Can I tell y'all how I would never do OnlyFans for $3,500 a month? And I'm not even on WeTV on Thursday nights. I'm only on YouTube every day or every other day. But what I do know is $3,500 is not a lot of money talking about extra. Nigga, y'all don't pay no bills. This Peppa house. Okay, then Peppa come downstairs talking about y'all are not doing the OnlyFans in my kitchen, or ya? Now OnlyFans. You knew they was doing OnlyFans down here. Don't come down here and act like no motherfucking parental figure, letting them grown ass people lay all up in your house and be with the OnlyFans. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I'm not even one of those people that feel like everybody needs a regular job. I'm not even one of those people, but I feel like they need to do something besides sitting in Peppa's house waiting for her to get the next, you know, show check so she can support two grown ass people in her house, only bringing in $3,500 a month. And I'm sure that they're not using that $3,500 to pay any of the bills around there. Also, Sam's math is not right. If you're only a couple of hundred away from 10,000, how are you only a couple of hundred away from $100,000 when you're only making 3,500? Make it make sense, Sam, because it doesn't. Okay, that out of the way. Let's talk about Savannah, bitch. Savannah, Stevie J's daughter, who just joined the cast, and we got Stevie Jr. here. All right. Now, I watched other people's reviews, mainly my girls. Y'all know my girls. Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. We have a panel on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. It circles our channels. This week, it will be on Niecy's channel. Last week, it was on Jamie's channel. Y'all make sure y'all check out that playback if y'all haven't already. We know we be on there a long time, bitch. Watch us in doses. Okay, small doses, bitch. Hour, 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. But don't complain about long videos when you don't have to watch the shit all. Okay, you can watch it or you could not. All right, but either way, that's my girls. And I was watching their reviews and I disagreed with them about this shit because I feel like it might have been Jay Lee and Jamie that both felt like Savannah should have gotten the same treatment as Stevie Jr. Stevie Jr. went to college, graduated 4 years later. Stevie buys him a house, probably with some money he's gotten in recent years. Okay, Stevie J has a little cake now that he's back producing for Faith Evans. All right, doing little bad boy skidadoos all over the town. Whatever he's doing, skidadoos. Okay, that's a word I just made up right there. Don't worry about it. Okay, but my point still remains. Stevie is coming at the daughter like, you need to get a job. You need to figure out what you're doing. She used to live with him. but she's trifling, and he was mad at her for not cleaning out the microwave, and she said she went off on him, and so he kicked her ass out, and now she's staying in the Airbnb. Her little puppy got $1,000 jacket on. She's, you know, dripping, okay, in all kind of expensive shit that I know nothing of, because, you know, I'm not that type, okay? I don't want to say I'm a broke bitch because I don't want to speak that into existence. But I ain't on this level with it where I could be out here with like leather hats and shit. I was like, bitch, is that snake skin? What is that? That looks expensive though, okay? Because fucking regular fedoras are expensive, okay? You can get you a regular little, you know, a straw fedora for about $80 to $200, depending on how good it is. And sometimes you wish you had paid the money for it because the cheap ones don't fit your head appropriately. But you know, I'm getting away from myself. Back to her and her hat and where her ends are coming from, because she don't have a job, but she said the money is coming in. I said, you either tricking off somebody or you have an OnlyFans. Which one is it, Savannah? You're tricking, or when I say tricking, that means she got somebody that's funding her. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous, actually. I mean, I don't think Stevie could have done a better job with creating a child that looked like him. Like, beautiful skin tone, beautiful facial features, but her attitude is trash. She may be good when it comes to the other people on the show so far, but to me, the way she talked about going off on her daddy like that was okay, that shit bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like the way that shit sounded. But the way all them dudes, Boogie and Twist, was flirting with her, it definitely makes me think that she's a beautiful girl that's got some dude that's funding her lifestyle in some way, shape, or form. And she doesn't want to tell Stevie about that. But I also feel like Stevie don't nobody need no motherfucking judgment from you, Mr. X Jocelyn Hernandez. Like, I don't want to, you know, I think it's so funny when men think that they can parade women around that they would never want their daughters to turn into. I don't know what the fuck you think goings on here, but you better bet if she don't have a tangible career, she's probably slanging her puss from one level or another. And I'm not calling her a hoe. Y'all know what I'm saying, okay? That means she got a little spug, throw a little money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My problem comes in with her attitude towards her daddy. Like, you know, it's all cap. And I don't need to tell you what I'm doing. Like, she just came off mad disrespectful. And if you take that into consideration, I wouldn't have been running to buy her a house either. My other child is respectful, went to school, did something with their fucking life. And I don't think she even has to really go to school. You want to have a clothing line. If she would have came to her dad with like clothes like, Dad, can you wear this stuff on your Instagram? And then like after a while of her showcasing what she's working with, and she came to him with a business plan, if he was willing to spend money on a house for the son, I'm sure that he would have invested in her business plan if she actually came to him serious about it. But she didn't come to him serious about it. She came to him like, well, I'm doing what I'm doing, and you know I'm trying to get my clothing line off the floor. I said, how many times you gonna talk about doing? I need to see it. Because she mentioned it so many times during the episode that I was like, I need to see it now, bitch. I need to see a t-shirt. I need to see a sweatshirt. I need to see some sweatpants. It's streetwear, bitch. I need to see a pair of jeans. I need to see something, okay, that makes what you're talking about a serious situation, okay? Because otherwise, no. Why would I give somebody who don't appreciate the shit that's in my house? Why would I gift them with their own home? That sounds crazy as hell to me. To give her something just cause. No, I'm not giving you nothing just because you my child. No, I need you to do something with yourself. And to be very clear, 4 years of university is difficult, and it's not easy to get through, pass, and then come out on the other side of it and actually have some money coming in at some point. I'm more than sure that Junior is doing what he's supposed to be doing. He just comes off as a little bit more together. But her attitude just blew me in that scene. Okay. I love my girls, but we probably gonna argue about that next in the next ladies first panel. So y'all make sure y'all can watch us argue about that. All right, moving on. Y'all, Vanessa finally lost all that weight. She's so proud of herself. I'm proud of her too, girl. I lost weight too. Both of us. We probably was some of the only bitches in the world that lost weight during quarantine. Get it? Okay. However, Vanessa always seems to be worried about what Angela is doing, and I just kind of feel like, girl, why you worrying about what Angela doing? She ain't worrying about what you doing. I'm just saying, you worrying about if her new boyfriend and her moving too fast. That's a grown ass lady. Don't worry about what she doing over there. Okay, that's my opinion. And then we had JoJo and his wife Tanise, okay, because I don't normally say her name. I just call her Tanise. Y'all, please let me know that y'all are seeing and hearing me clearly, because my bars are going low. You know, not just design school, Danielle, not just design school. She also could have went to business school so that she could know how to run her business. I'm just saying, like, it makes no sense to me to have access to education, to have access to a way to do things, and you have the people around you to make it work. But you want to sit there with $1,000 coat on a fucking dog talking about the money is coming in. And, you know, let me tell you something. If I don't see an actual clothing line from Savannah, I am going to read the shit out of her, just so we're clear, okay? Just so we're clear. Because she has everything at her disposal for it to be successful. The only difference is what you're willing to put in it. That's the only difference. And you can't just up and decide one day, oh, I want to come out with a clothing line. Reality TV has made y'all think that the shit that people be really doing out here, taking years of grinding and hard work and sewing and fucking up fingers and all of that, y'all think that people do that and it just happens like that. And it does not. It doesn't happen like that. And having lack of focus, lack of planning is a sign that you're not really serious about what you're doing. Okay. But whatever. I'm sorry. I was getting into y'all comments and I meant to move on to JoJo and Tanise. Tanise and JoJo got pregnant during the pandemic and had a miscarriage. And it's been very difficult for them. And it was very sad to see them both get emotional. But when JoJo started tearing up and getting emotional, that shit was it's so hard to see men get emotional like that, especially when you can tell he was trying to keep it together for her. And then she, you know, is getting herself together and he starts crying. Like, it was just real sad. And then talking about when they're going to try again, you can tell he kind of has a block up. He was like, I don't know. We good right now. Meaning I'm not ready to go run into, going through this process all over again. Y'all, before I move on into this next little screenshot, while we're talking about that, I don't know if y'all have All Black on Amazon Prime or if you have All Black. It used to be UMC. But it's an app and it's a streaming service. And I watch a lot of, content on All Black. And they have a show called Stuck With You. It's called Stuck With You. And it's with Eddie Winslow's girlfriend, Greta. Okay. And it's with Davis West from, Charlie ex-husband from Queen Sugar. It is really good. I've been watching it this past couple of days because it only was like maybe 3 episodes the first season, and now they're on the second episode of season 2. It's a really entertaining show. I mean, you really can't sit there for 3 to 5 minutes without something happening. And when you like, like, oh Lord. Like it's just, it's an entertaining show. It's really well done. The acting, you know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to check that out if y'all have All Black on Amazon, because they were also like the last couple of episodes dealing with miscarriages and things of that nature. So that's why it was on my mind to mention it to you guys. Yes, it's extremely hard on a couple, and they showcase that on that show. So y'all should check that out. But yes, y'all. So Eric Wright Jr. All right, I'm proud of you with your messy ass. Okay. He has opened a dispensary since the pandemic started and made $3.3 million in profit. I say, you better make that fucking money. I love when I see Black people doing well in the marijuana business, because we're the ones that sold it the most and got put into jail for it the most. So I really like to see us making millions and millions of dollars on selling it legally. I really appreciate that about Eric. And the dispensary looked beautiful. Okay. That boy said 1,000 people came in here last week. I said, that's not a surprise. Weed sells itself. All you have to do is get good strains and have good presentation and make sure ain't nobody coming in here, fucking up nothing. People can come in here and do what they got to do and get out safely. That's all that matters. I promise you, hand over fist. There's no way. It sells itself. It sells itself. Okay. But anyway, Savannah came through with twists. I'm like, did y'all meet outside and they introduced y'all and then mic'd y'all and y'all walked in together? Motherfuckers don't know each other. But anyway, okay, I'm sorry. She talks about how it's nice to be around business people because she has her clothing line and she explains that to them. But the main meat of the conversation was Eric sliding it out there that Sam and his thong invited them to Peppa's birthday party. And Twist is like, I ain't going to no Peppa birthday party, and I'm still stuck on Sam. You putting too many things out there at one time. Come back, bring it back. And he was like, yeah, Sam. And then they got to start talking about his OnlyFans. And now he's on, Instagram promoting the OnlyFans, and he's in the kitchen cooking with a thong on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. But yeah, Twist said, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not doing that. Eric says, well, come down to Vegas anyway so we can party. Okay, we can go to other parties besides Peppa's party. And so everybody's going down to Vegas for a little group trip, okay? Because otherwise, what we gonna do? It's a pandemic, okay? So Eric, now being somebody with, shout out to Roxanne, money, he rented them a jet. Okay, and he got them the luxury SUV to bring these hoes down to the nice size house he has everybody in. As long as they know that him and his wife have the master, it's all to the damn good. Fight amongst yourselves. And that's what they do. Then we see TT this episode. TT, her half-sister, and her mom go shopping for her wedding dress. And this is when we find out that she has no intention of inviting Egypt, Sam, or Sandy D, okay, aka Peppa, to her wedding. They haven't talked. They haven't reached out to her. They haven't asked her about her baby. They haven't asked her about the wedding. And the sister mentions how it could be a little bit of rivalry going on because Egypt and Sam are supposed to get married around the same time. And nobody knows anything about each other's weddings because they're not talking right now because Sam is an asshole and everybody allows him to be. And I mean, everybody, Tretch, Sandy D, and Egypt, enable him in his bullshit, and then everybody around them just has to deal with it. Well, TT said, I'm not dealing with that shit. Well, TT Mama Maureen said, I know good and goddamn well you don't expect for my mama to be at this wedding with the rest of my sisters, and Sandy ain't there. And Egypt ain't there. That's family. I don't fool la around like this. This is family now. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm caught because even though I agree, it's TT's wedding. Whoever she wants to be there should be there. Whoever she does not want to be there should not be there. But it's still a family situation. And if y'all gonna eventually get over this shit, do you really want to look back and feel like you didn't have them at your wedding? And I'm talking about Sandy and Egypt. Fuck Sam, okay? Now, if he can come and act like a normal person and not make it about himself and not trying to, do all that extra shit that he does, then please come and sit your ass in the back, okay? But I also feel like I understand TT having, just being apprehensive about bringing them around because he don't never know how to act. Sam does not know how to act. It'd be different if he can chill, but y'all saw how he acted at this party. So we at Peppa party, right? Everybody get there, okay? And Sam is being fucking extra. Sam's energy is already on. Well, everybody look down on me because I come from nothing. Just like, the hip hop royalty that they come from. And they just don't want to show me respect because I come from nothing. No, they don't show you respect because you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Okay? You do way too much. You always want attention. You always want somebody to pay attention to you. And you come off like a liar. Like you're not to be trusted. You shake. Okay? All right. What's your boy name? You're Dwayne Martin, nigga. You shake. Okay. I have to think about it. All right. But either way, Savannah's there once again. We talking about her clothing line and how she came to LA to get that done. And then Sam starts talking about how you can't trust people in LA because everybody's fake amongst all these people from LA. I was just like, eh. And then the conversation drifts. Well, it doesn't drift. Sam is like, well, do you make thongs? Because I wear thongs on my OnlyFans. I'm doing hot shit. I'm savage on my OnlyFans. You should check me out. Okay. And I was at $3,500. Like, why you keep telling everybody how much money you making as if you making a lot of money to all these rich ass people? You embarrassing your damn self. Okay. And, don't nobody want to talk about him walking around with his ass out flipping pancakes. So JoJo, brings up the fact that Sam had a lot to say online about him. And Tanise was on the live and said that JoJo had nothing but love and respect for Sam. And Sam said, fuck JoJo. So now they got beef. Okay. And to me, the reason why y'all really have beef, we're going to ignore the fact that we think y'all make beef for the show. But to me, I feel like Sam wants people to like put him on a pedestal or some shit. And I don't understand why. They just met you. Why would JoJo ever choose your side over Twist when him and Twist have been friends since they were kids. And also, Twist is just a way cooler human being than you. Like, I'm gonna just be real. Like, I kind of like Twist. I'm not kind of. I like Twist. I fuck with Twist, okay? And I just feel like at the end of the day, Sam is a weirdo. He's an asshole. And Egypt and her mom are some enablers. And I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop, basically. Okay? I didn't know that Twist and JoJo had beef, because Twist and JoJo seemed to be cool last time I checked. They was in that scene together at the dispensary. But yeah, y'all. Oh, y'all talking about y'all Bitcoins and shit in the comments. Oh, all right. Let's talk about the money, okay? I should have did that. But anyway, y'all, that's what happened. Ain't really nothing that happened. JoJo got pissed off and walked out. Pepper comes downstairs just as he's walking out and all the energy is messed up. And she's like, you know, if you're going to mess with my family, you don't mess with any of my kids. And that includes Sam. And I'm just kind of like, Pepper, shut up. Don't nobody care, bitch. Don't nobody care, bitch. We barely care that it's your birthday, bitch. And you up in here, you know what I'm saying? Like with the, you know, if y'all say anything about Sam, we said something about it, bitch. Now what? Now what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Anyway, y'all, she work on my nerve. Pepper has really like turned me off through the years, okay? But definitely as of recent, with the Spinderella situation and the way she acts about this crazy ass weirdo Sam. All right, and it has nothing to do with coming from the bottom, because I'm a regular person. Get out of here with that, okay? Nobody's looking down on you because you're not rich. Like, let's move on. Married to Medicine, you guys. So Toya is so happy. So damn happy that the kids then went back to school. And I would normally, you know, say something negative about this, but I'm not, because don't nobody have kids so that y'all could be at home all day, every day, except for, you know, people that already know they want to homeschool their kids. But in general, most people, you know, don't have children to expect to be, you know, living with them and trying to teach them. Like, I'm not a teacher, bitch. I could be a parent. I can't be a teacher. Okay, that's a different profession. That's not what was asked of me when we decided to have these children. It was, you know, we wasn't in a pandemic when I had these children. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at Toya for feeling like finally her life can go back to some level of normalcy. Okay, so good for her. All right. Then we got Simone and her oldest son Miles, who always looks homeless. And that's no disrespect to homeless people. I'm not even gonna say homeless. I take that back. No disrespect to all my homeless people, because maybe you don't look like this if you homeless. Maybe you don't look this way. This is raggedy. This is I don't give a fuck because I don't have to raggedy ass young man type shit. Okay. I wonder, he look like he don't even have a girlfriend. He look like he don't even might even want a girlfriend. I don't know what's going on, but Miles sitting here telling this lady how he doesn't want to move out because he doesn't want to pay for his own apartment, and then he wants Cecil to come with him and Cecil to pay for the apartment. And when Simone said, my husband is not moving out into an apartment with you so that he can pay, we are not paying for your apartment. The goal is for you to eventually get the hell out of our house and take care of yourself, for you to be a self-sufficient adult. That is the goal. That is what we are trying to accomplish with you, son. Okay. And he's like, well, you know, can we 35? No, nigga, not 35. And this is what I'm talking about when people say shit like what Cecil said about not kicking their kids out. It's not about kicking them out. It's about not allowing them to believe that their parents will take care of them for the rest of their fucking lives. Like, that's the point. That's the point. Okay? To not be a bum for the rest of your damn life. To be self-sufficient. To be attractive to somebody's daughter so that you can do something, or somebody's son, shit, so you can do something with your life, or somebody that's in between, bitch. I don't know what you're into, and I really don't care, but you need to be attractive to some adult, okay? And I don't know what real adult wants to be with a grown-ass man living in his mama and daddy's house, okay? Trying to move into an apartment with his paw. Cecil, this is your fault. Cecil, this is your fault. Cecil sitting up there talking about he stayed in the apartment above his mama's garage when he got out of college. What, you want a fucking cookie because you didn't have to pay rent? You still went and finished college. Your son did not. That's not the same situation, Cecil. You actually went out into the world and accomplished something, and you needed a little bit more help, and your mom helped you. But what did you eventually do? Get with Simone. Y'all had jobs, y'all had money, y'all pooled y'all resources, and y'all got y'all own shit. That's what y'all did eventually. You are not, and you were not, a 30-something-year-old man expecting to be living off of his parents. So seeing yourself in your son right now is only going to make him more codependent. And you allowing it makes him think it's okay because you lonely. Child, if they don't get the fuck up out of my face with this, okay? And there's nothing wrong with living with your people as long as you're contributing. I want to say that. There's not like, because in other societies and other places in other countries, people have huge communes where their whole family lives in one place, but everybody works. Everybody brings something to the table for the most part. In America, you are not allowed to just live off people, especially when they're not super duper rich. And I feel like, yes, being a doctor and being on a reality show makes you rich, but it doesn't make you wealthy. And even Bill Gates is like, I'm not leaving my kids all that fucking money, and I don't think I would be doing them any favors by giving them so much money that they would never have to do anything. Like $2 or $10 million, you can't live off for the rest of your life unless you turn it into something else. That's the only way you would be able to live off that money, which is smart. So it means that my kids have something to start with, but I'm also not allowing them to treat me like I'm some, endless ATM that they always going to be able to come to, in later years. Okay. That's why that's smart. So to me, that whole conversation, he, paying $200 and something for a gym membership. You mean to tell me you can't take your ass in one of these rooms and do some push-ups and some damn sit-ups and do it for your dad? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have patience for people who I feel like take advantage of their parents being soft-hearted, because I think he's taking advantage. I really, really do. And they want to act like he just doesn't know. I think he knows. I think he's very intelligent. I think he's very smart. And I think y'all don't give him enough credit. No, he works. He does work, but he doesn't contribute. And if you are working a little job and it's not enough to contribute to this household, and it's not enough for you to want to, like, he doesn't want to move out of their house. That's a problem, y'all. It doesn't matter if he has a little job, if he doesn't have like future plans, if he doesn't have anything he's passionate about or wants to do, him having a little job and living in a house, it's still not a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Okay. The younger one definitely works and is in college and is playing basketball. Yes, he's doing the bare minimum. And to me, that's just problematic. And I think Simone realizes that that's problematic. Y'all like the video before we get into Anila. Say, you think I'm bullshit. All right, y'all. So Anila and Lisa Nicole meet up at Lisa Nicole's boutique. Talk about Anila charging her $200 to $400 a post to wear her outfits. Okay, girl, do what you do. I'm not mad. But then Quad calls and invites Anila. And then because Lisa Nicole is there and she has her on speakerphone, she has to invite Lisa Nicole to her house for a little get together. Excuse me, y'all. The kombucha always makes me want to belch. Contessa is laying there, letting this man. Contessa is laying there, letting this man stick needles in her edges so that her edges will grow, because she has some type of issue where, the edge, you know what it is, Contessa? It's probably genetic, because you probably was meant to be bald. Don't Contessa look like one of the Black Panther Amazon women, and then they were all bald? Don't she look like, if she were in that time, she would have been a bald bitch with a spear? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even supposed to have hair, Contessa. That's why. Contessa's supposed to be out here bald with a beautiful body, throwing spears and beating the shit out of people. That's what she's supposed to do. Okay. But she's complaining to Scott, okay, about going to therapy. And he doesn't want to go to therapy and just complain and go around and round in circles, okay? She wants him to go, But she won't let him agree to go to therapy. When he was like, I would go in a confessional, she kept interrupting him, which makes me feel like she wants to have an issue with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the man agree to go to therapy if that's what you really want. But don't be like, he ain't gonna go. He don't want to go. Like, you gonna go? You want me to make the appointment? I'll call him right now. I'm gonna make the appointment. And then if he decides that he's not going after you made that appointment, and the next time he say that shit, we'll say, I made the appointment. If you really want to go, you make the appointment and tell me when and where. But until then, I don't want to hear again about how you want to go and you don't really put forth the effort. So you're bullshitting with me, okay? Because a lot of people need to realize you can't fix your marriage on your own sometimes. And Scott and Contessa have been having the same argument for a very long time, which makes me feel like you can't do it yourself, okay? But yes. Then we had Quad's party, y'all. Quad had her little house party. The food looked real good, girl. She looked like she wanted everybody to come and just have a good time. And I appreciate that. But the whole time I was watching it, I was like, Quad works on my fucking nerves. Because she's so extra. She's so extra and she does the damn most. But they had like a dance / twerk off, which we knew was going to be terrible. All I can say is Contessa. All I can say, y'all, is Contessa, okay? Contessa looks so damn good in that dress. I said, bitch. Call me the moment, call me the hour, call me the second, the minute, the moment you get that. Follow me, baby. Listen, Contessa showed out in that dress. I was not ready, okay? I was like, bitch. Like, I knew she was fine, but child, she was giving me everything in that leopard print dress, okay? Y'all know that dancing shit was terrible. You know them hoes can't dance, okay? But anyway, we going upstairs to drink and argue, all right? Let me move on to the next set of pictures, okay? Hold up, these, all right? Y'all go ahead and support the channel. I appreciate y'all, all right? Now listen, Toya, for some reason, had to mention how Jackie is always in her own world and how that doesn't work for this group. And, you know, sorry, y'all, space. Jackie was like, well, you know, that's your opinion. And she was like, no, it's not an opinion. I was like, child, we ain't about to argue with Jackie about how her personality comes off. You don't like the fact that that lady doesn't make you feel like she give a fuck about you. Like, that's what it really is, okay? And at this point, I feel like Dr. Jackie is great. Like Heavenly says, she makes the show have, you know, some real doctors doing big things on there. Not to, you know, disrespect Simona, Heavenly, or anybody else. But to be very clear, we know what Dr. Jackie brings to Married to Medicine. Okay, she is the Married to Medicine when it really boils down to the business of it. And how she has to come off and a couth and calm she has to have in order to be successful in her field and be on a reality show at the same time. I take my hat off to Dr. Jackie a lot of the time. Of course, not with that situation with my boo Buffy, because that was some bullshit. But what I'm saying is on this show, she definitely gives it damn, what was the word I'm looking for? God damn it, I hate when that happens. But she solidifies the fact that it is Married to Medicine. She's not your friend, Toya. She's not your friend. Y'all are on a show together. You're not even her cup of tea. You're not even the type of person that she would really want to be friends with. So stop trying to get approval from them, because I feel like that's what this really is about. Toya, I've said this before, has nothing going on for herself with the exception of running Eugene into the fucking ground, playing tennis, keeping up with the fucking Joneses, and this show. She ain't really got nothing else. And I don't feel like it's fulfilling as she thought it would be, and she doesn't know how to handle that. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Toya, but she seems like an unhappy person that just wants to take it out on everybody else. Don't let Jackie or anybody else make you feel insecure because you're not a doctor. You know you're not a doctor. You know you don't want to be a doctor, bitch. Be a bubbly, thick bitch with a good personality and a good time. Find some solace in who you are and figure it the fuck out so you can stop looking to everybody else to validate you, because that's what this is about when it comes to this group. You want Jackie and Contessa and the rest of them to validate you because you don't have it on your own, okay? Quad, comes in to thank everyone, including Carrie, who she did not invite, for coming to her event. And Carrie says that she's there to support Toya, who hasn't been feeling the love of the girls. And Heavenly's messy ass says, well, I don't know why she worrying about feeling love when she been up there talking about Miss Quiet apartment, saying that it was a bullshit apartment, all that shit she said online. And then Heavenly proceeded to back out of it as if she had never said anything. Y'all, I said that bitch so messy, but I knew, let me tell y'all something. She hadn't said something. I said, what we was going to do? I'm sure Quiet would have brought it up eventually, but Heavenly had to just be messy and funny and throw that out there. And I don't like the way Simone and Toya later tried to blame Heavenly when we all know Quad had an issue with her. Quad saw that video and Quad had this whole party so that she can invite you to her house and show you that this is not a bullshit apartment. This is an apartment with a $30,000 elevator in it, bitch. It has floors. Okay? It has floors and it is beautifully decorated. This is not an apartment. It's a condo, bitch. Okay? This is a condo. It's a condominium, okay? This is what single women stay in when they don't need several exits and entries into their domain, when they like to have doormen or whatever the fuck, okay? Whatever her situation is, most women, single women with money, have condos and not homes a lot of the time. My sister has been filthy most of my adult life. Like most of my, from middle school on now, my sister has always had the flyest fucking condos anybody has ever seen. I mean, in the middle of Times Square across from Macy's, okay, on 38th and 9th. Okay, I think it was 38th and 9th. Beautiful apartment building on the 32nd floor that had the, what was it? The Statue of Liberty, all kind, like you could see, the Empire State Building from the bedroom that I stayed in. On all the way on the other end, you could see the water, the harbor, and all of that. Like I've seen, you know, these types of places. So that's why I know that most single women with money do not have houses like that, you know, especially if they don't live in country type areas. If you live in a metropolitan area, you would have a condo. But either way, Toya was hating and sipping, okay, probably at home, wallowing in self-pity, got on Simone and Cecil's live and decided to use that liquor to fuel her hate towards Quad, okay? And this could have been a simple, girl, I was just drunk and tripping, I'm sorry. It could have been a simple that. But Toya was just like, what? It's not a bullshit apartment. This is not an apartment like wanting to argue about fucking semantics instead of just admitting that she said something that's fucked up. But you want people to be all supportive of you. And that's what I'm saying. You can't expect people to care about you when you shit on them and, you know, just act like we're supposed to let that go. I'm supposed to, not supposed to care that you talk shit about my apartment and all of that type of shit. And I'm sure it's some messy shit that they do to one another. But either way, it could have just been easily got over. But either way, Toya and Quad do this screaming and howling back, you know, back and forth. And Toya eventually leaves because she's so upset because she wanted to hit Quad. And y'all, I agree with her. And I'm going to tell you why I agree with her. Toya said she was pissed because Quad and Toya already had that conversation before they filmed. Oh, okay. That's what she said on her live. Okay. That's fine. But we're on camera now, bitch. We're on camera. We're here to do a show. You know what it is. So just say the same thing you said off camera and get over it. Like, stop that shit. Like, we're doing a reality show. Why did you think you was going to be able to handle that situation off camera when we on a reality show? Cecil is definitely messy. And if it wasn't for Simone, he probably would have a blog already. Okay? Talking about the shit that's going on the show, interviewing the ladies, asking them shady ass questions. Cecil definitely wants to be a fucking blogger, okay? But anyway, the way he liked to be online arguing with people and saying little shady slick shit, just start your Twitter page and your little blog, Cecil, and get your fucking money. Stop playing. My problem with Quad is Quad likes to scream and holler and get all in people's personal space. She did the same thing with Heavenly, but Heavenly is the type that's just going to do the same thing with you, and then we can hug it out and it can be over. But see, Toya ain't the type to handle that type of shit. You get all in my face with all that screaming and hollering, and we going to fucking fight just like me and Mariah did, okay? So her getting, I don't like that Quad always gets in people's face and screams and hollers and all of that, because I feel like she's not really a fighter. I feel like she's more somebody that likes to read and talk, but she's not really a fighter. So don't get all in my personal space if you don't want to get fucking hit. I don't care where we are. I don't care if we're at your house. Don't get in my personal space with all that screaming and hollering. Scream from over there. Give me at least 3 feet of space. Don't be right here with that, because that feels like you want to fight to me. Okay. And I'm just telling y'all on my life experience. So I wasn't even mad at Toya for leaving and being pissed off about that shit because I did feel like Quad was doing too much. Okay. Nah, I think Quad. Okay. Well, bitch, we would be some fighting assholes because you ain't going to keep getting in my face with all that screaming and high. We're going to be some fighting, snatching wigs off assholes. And I guess we'll find out whose squat game is stronger, bitch. Okay. Because you're not about to get all in my face like that all the time with that shit. And she always does that. Every time they get into an argument, she always screaming in somebody's personal space. And then she's screaming to the top of her lungs about how Toya is a mannequin. That bitch fake. Call her a fucking mannequin. I'm like, the read was lame and tired, and it wasn't funny. It was just lame. And she screamed it so loud. I was like, that was a lame ass read. Okay. There's no mannequin with ass like Toya. I haven't seen one yet. Okay. Contessa went down there to check on Toya, which I did think was nice, but at the same time, I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about that, considering the fact that they don't really get along, but fine, whatever. Contessa is always looking for an opportunity to get this close to somebody's face. Her too, okay? She another one that like to get all in your face like this, okay? But what? I don't know what you're talking about, babe. I'm doing a video. You're just talking to me like I know what you're talking about. Anyway, but that threw me off. Contessa comes out to her face. Toya. Okay. Toya then mentions how she's mad at Anila because Anila didn't come running after her. I'm like, girl, the way you berated Anila last time y'all talked, like, why you think you can just like shit on people and they should still respond to you the way you want them to? Everybody goes back upstairs except for Toya. And Simone expresses that she doesn't want that same response that Quad just got. Okay. Which is why she didn't want to say anything. But she eventually, I'm sorry, she said she didn't want the same response that Toya just got from Quad. But she told Quad that you was just talking that shit about not feeling supported last season. And now Toya is saying the same thing. And instead of having a conversation with her and trying to see where she really coming from, you want to scream and holler, get in the face and kick her out your place, you know? But I also feel like Simone works on my nerves because Simone always wants to blame Heavenly. She always, you know, I almost feel like the fact that she, you know, oh, I made nice with Heavenly, but every time you turn around, it's like, it's Heavenly's fault. It's not Heavenly's fault. Heavenly was being messy, yes. But ultimately, she could have threw that out there and Toya would have been like, girl, I know we need to, you know, we didn't probably talk about it, but I'll say it in front of everybody. I'm sorry. I was tripping. I was drunk. You know, I didn't mean to say all that, but I'll say it in front of everybody since this bitch won't bring it up. Okay, we good. We talked about it earlier. It's a beautiful home. Okay, I didn't know what I was talking about, bitch. I could have low-key been hating. Who knows? Okay, but you're supposed to like diffuse the situation. You know, instead of acting like a fucking child. Okay, but yes, I do feel like Simone is a flip-flopper. Thank you so much, Valina Pierre, for the super chat, love. I appreciate it. Toya didn't even speak to Anila and then expected her to run after her. Girl, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Okay, but I am tired of Simone coddling Toya. I am tired of that. Okay, tired of it. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Married to Medicine did give, though. Y'all, Black Ink Crew. Black Ink Crew wasn't a lot. Okay, first of all, we went to Atlanta. We going to Atlanta for 2 months. Last week, Puma was flipping out because some of the crew members had the virus. Okay, so they had to switch out crews and have the house cleaned. By the time they get there, C's and Suzette are there to, you know, wave as the beautiful, you know, power couples to everybody. Suzette, why don't you tell me, was it his glow up as far as his money or was it him getting his teeth fixed? What was it that made you really interested in him at this point after all of those years of hanging out at the Black Ink Crew mixers? She looks like Sky with ass. Just gonna say that and let that go there. But yes, everybody's so excited to meet her and to see her and see them together. They're so happy. Listen, before this story with his daughter, I was happy for him too. Okay, I was like, oh, she's beautiful. She looks just like Sky. You know what I'm saying? She's beautiful. She got big. Oh, all right. You know, I was happy for him too. And then this shit happened. And now we add the fact that she used to be at the mixers and that she's been around, hanging around you in your circle for a while now. And now all of a sudden, you know, she throwing out shots about how she love a man with good tea. And he was like, what's up, bitch? Like, bitch, she was throwing out her feelers for you to catch them. Okay. You know, made him feel like he was the one that was hollering at her. Like, okay, girl. Okay. Now you like a nigga with nice teeth now that he done got his fixed. Okay. Another thing, y'all, I have this screenshot of Spider because Spider is problematic to me. And I'm going to tell you why. I think that it's great that you have respect and you look up to C's, but there's a level of ass kissery that's happening. And I wanted to just kind of simmer down just a tad bit. Okay. And then we go, we have dinner. Okay. We all have dinner. And C's wants to know why Donna and Alex were hanging with Walt and Jess. And Donna says, well, first of all, Walt owes me thousands of dollars in money. So, you know, until we get that situation rectified, I'm definitely still going to be, you know, hanging around him or being around him because I want my money. Okay. But also he's my friend and I wanted to hear his side of things. C's basically says that no, you either going to be on my side with this money or you going to be on his side with the broke shit. Okay. Fall in line or fall the fuck back. I said, if you don't sit your crazy ass down somewhere, I know you think you Nino Brown and shit because you didn't found turtlenecks and nice teeth and moisturizer and shit. Okay. And now you got you some constant puss. So you feel like you didn't elevate it and you can tell somebody who to be friends with, but that's not how any of this works. And he knows that. Donna gonna do whatever the fuck she want to do. Donna been doing whatever the fuck she want to do. She did whatever she wanted to do when you were liable. Okay. She was misspelling tattoos when you were liable. Do you really think that you're going to be able to control who that girlfriend's with outside of this show? Stop playing. Stop playing. Nigga, you sound crazy. Okay. Later on, when Donna is expressing how crazy she thought that was, Puma says that Donna and Walt were only work friends. I said, I don't give or let, you know, co-worker friends, work friends borrow thousands of dollars in money from me. I don't let co-worker work friends borrow any money from me. You got to be my friend for real. If, you know what I'm saying? If we, oh, you need, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, we have to be friends for real. There's no such thing as work friends when I'm letting motherfuckers borrow money from me. So I don't know what Puma was talking about, but you sound crazy. You sound crazy right now, Puma. Go eat your food. And like Donna said, that made her look at their friendship a certain way. But let me tell you, Puma told me something when we first met that made me, you know, see him in the same way that what she's saying right now. You have to understand what the relationship is, okay? Puma is somebody, but Paulie is another person, okay? Paulie is the real person. If you're friends with Paul, if you're friends with Paulie, then you know who he is. You're his real friend. If you are friends or know Puma, you may not necessarily be real friends with Puma. Okay. You may just be work friends, reality show friends with him. But he said to me, he was like, you the media when we met. I'm the media. And I do YouTube, but this is a long time ago. But I never saw myself as the media doing, you know, reviews on reality shows. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel like that. And I also am not the type of person that if we hanging around each other and some shit go down and it's obvious that it's some shit that, you know, shouldn't be shared with nobody, I'm not going to get up here and talk about it first so that I can make money off of it. That makes me the media. The type of person that you could be around and the conversation may or may not, you know, you never know. Okay. But I normally, you know, like to not be a messy bitch. So if something happens where I feel like, you know, social media don't need to see, hear, know, then I don't say it. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that to me, I just understood how he saw me and I understood. And I was like, okay, I get that. I got that. I wasn't offended or anything, but there is a tone to all of this that seems like, oh, we're cool. You know what I'm saying? When really is you see me as somebody that is just putting you in a different space as far as social media. That's really what it is. And I get that. No, you know, but I had to hear it said to me in that way in order for me to understand, you know, his mindset on things. And I can't be upset with him about that because I feel like he's handled, you know, his life thus far in a way that's, you know, commendable business wise. So if that's the way Puma handles shit, that's fine. But Donna, just clock it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got it. We're not real friends. Even though I come and visit you off camera, even though I come and check on you and vice versa, we're not really friends. We're just work friends, Puma. Okay, got that. You're we good. I have that understanding now. When I tell you, like, I'm the type of person that if you make me feel like I care more about you than you care about me, that's all I need to hear. Ain't no lost love, ain't no hurt feelings, none of that. I just know it stops now. At this moment, that ends. Period. And now the relationship will change now that I'm clear. So me and Donna were actually on the same page this episode with that shit, okay? And then the situation with Caesar's daughter. So y'all know I did a video about this when it first happened, okay? And I was very emotional because I have been through things in my life with my parents, specifically with my father and all of that, where it was shit that should not have happened. And it was a mistake that I feel like he made that needed to be rectified. And it was eventually, you know what I'm saying? But the difference is that my daddy was there every day. My daddy was there every day. My daddy was a real parent, and not in the way that I feel like a lot of people view fathers. Fathers are allowed to be part-time. Fathers are allowed to not really be in a picture. Fathers are allowed to not really care for the children. Y'all can be in the house. Y'all can provide and protect, but y'all don't actually have to help them get ready for school in the morning. Y'all don't have to cook breakfast. Y'all don't have to, wash the baby and all of that. Now, of course, y'all know that's not everybody, but I just mean stereotypically, it is not expected of men to be parents the way mothers are. My father was always a parent in that way. He may not have been nurturing or like affectionate the way my mother is, but my dad woke you up in the morning, fixed breakfast, dropped you off at school. If he had to, he picked you up from school, brought you to practice, went to basketball games, took you to the store, bought you tennis shoes. We going home. I'm going to Sam's. You want to come? No, you're going to stay here? All right, I'll be home. When I get back home, we're going to watch that movie I saw earlier. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was there with me every day. So the mistakes that he made, I was allowed the time and space to forgive him because he was always there. C's has been a sometimey parent Cheyenne's entire life. And then you get this new girlfriend and you got money now, and the new girlfriend got kids. And now you want Cheyenne to play big sister and responsible teenager when you were not there all of that time with that girl to create that relationship and that bond so that there was an understanding there. So even though it was all good when you and her and Suzette were kicking it, she goes home. She might hear some negative shit from her mom, maybe. But at the end of the day, she gets online and she sees you, being the perfect stepdaddy to Suzette's kids. And I think it's funny that C's did not post him at Disney World with Suzette's kids. He didn't, she did. And that's how Cheyenne saw it. And that's why Cheyenne decided to get online 3 months after that altercation happened. So the altercation with C's and Cheyenne, whatever happened when the police were called, because to me, he never denied putting his hands on her. He said she didn't want to do her chores. She got disrespectful. She called the police, whatever. Crystal actually got online and said that happened in October. When she saw her child did have bruises. She did take pictures. I didn't see any of those pictures, but I also feel like that's her child. So if she doesn't want to put that out there, I totally understand. But her saying she had that evidence, I was like, okay, fine. Crystal did say that she embarrassed herself last season, and she knows that she don't need to be on that show. And, she's removed from that. They tried to make it seem like, oh, Crystal is just turning Cheyenne against you because she's mad about Suzette. She really wants to be with you. Cheyenne is 17 years old. If Cheyenne liked Suzette at some point, there is no reason why, for no reason whatsoever, she would then decide to dislike her and just be on her mom's side like that. No, okay? Something has to have happened. And I personally feel like she probably did get smart with him. She probably was disrespectful. She's a teenager who's probably angry with her father for never being there for her the way he's now showing up for somebody else's kids, okay? Or whatever the issue. She didn't want to do it. She got disrespectful. Teenagers are assholes sometimes. He admitted himself what he put his own people through. So you know what it is, okay? That happened in October. Crystal said as much as C's was on this show with all of that fucking calling and ringing, he never called Cheyenne. Never talked to her, nothing. And I'm going to tell you what my husband said. My husband said she's not answering the phone. I guess that means you need to take a motherfucking plane trip back to New York so you can go and check on your child, huh? My husband was like, so why is he not going to see her physically if she's not answering the phone? So from October all the way to January, the holidays go by. C's and Cheyenne have not talked. And now C's is online, with Suzette and her kids. So then that really upset her and she got online and she spazzed out. Okay. And yeah, that was fucked up. But C sees it as some type of betrayal, and that's where my problem begins. It's not a betrayal. You're not in the fucking mafia, okay? You're not a Don. You're not a crime family. That is your 17-year-old daughter who you were not there for like that in the first fucking place. So now, when she was probably looking to spend time with you by herself, she couldn't get that, so she had to share you. Okay, fine. Suzette's cool. I'm gonna get cool with her. But now y'all want me to be cleaning up after her kids and shit. Like, no, I'm not cleaning up after her kids. She needs to clean up after her kids. Okay? Like, I even understand how Cheyenne felt about that, because nobody wants to be forced to become some like older sibling to this bitch's kids when I'm trying to get, our relationship to a good place. I just feel like she is a teenager that's not handling a fucked up situation well, but it's not easy for her either. And I can understand why it wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I the only one that can understand what Cheyenne probably felt away at this age, at this time in her life? I remember what it was like to be a teenager, and I probably would have been heartbroken at feeling like my daddy couldn't be there for me the way I wanted him to be there, but now he gonna be this for this girl kids, and you want me to be, the older sibling cleaning up after them and all of that? Fuck no, I ain't doing that shit. Now what? You gonna send me home, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably her mode, which is wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's wrong. It's disrespectful. She shouldn't have got her ass online. All of that. But she's a child. She's a child. She can fuck up like that to me because she's a child. Suzette's grown ass shouldn't have ever gotten online and argued with Cheyenne and mentioned her weight and all of that little slick shit that she was saying when she was posting. And the fact that he didn't get up there and tell her to stop publicly, that he, you know what I'm saying? He didn't interfere whatsoever. And then he sat here in front of Ted and me. When I tell you I was so proud of Ted, I said, see, this is why I fuck with Ted. Ted be pissing me off. But this is one of them reasons why I fuck with Ted. Ted was hot. Ted was pissed. Ted said, I know we're trying to stop saying this word. And I'm like, y'all been listening to me. Y'all been listening to me, huh? I've been told y'all need to slow up on that word. As grown men growing up, you don't need to be seen as people that's just outwardly calling women bitches like that. To me, it just shows immaturity. Grown ass men shouldn't just talk about women and address women in that way all the time, just cause. So these are, we trying to stop saying the word bitch, but that bitch is done. Ted was hot and was trying to calm himself. And I thought I sensed it. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, the way she got up there and argued with Cheyenne's son, that shit was not cool. That shit needs to be over. He said he don't want to have to choose between the girlfriend he's only been with for a year and his fucking daughter. I said, that's your daughter. That's your child. But see, there's a disconnect because you were not there to raise her all the time the way you should have been. Even when you were staying, down the block, down the street, across the bridge, whatever the fuck, in the same city. And you weren't there on a daily basis, which is a problem to me. But fine. And now you got this new girlfriend who's basically a mixie who looks like Sky with ass. And because she done sold some houses in Atlanta, all of a sudden y'all a fucking power couple. And it's, oh, I don't want to choose between my girlfriend and my child. And I get it. Sometimes those situations are tense and it takes time for those situations to kind of work the kinks out and all of that. But the way he got online today and acted as if, his child just, betrayed him so much. I was just like, nigga, you need to grow up. I'm sure your daughter feels betrayed by the way you treat her, by the way you weren't there. And they're going to sit up there and talking about Cheyenne only has one side of the story. I'm like, you mean the side of the story of the woman who's there every day for her? The woman who's there when she cries? The woman who was there to make her feel safe after you put your hands on her allegedly? I think you did it because I think people in general put their hands on their kids when their kids get disrespectful. I think you did do it. And I also didn't exactly hear you deny it, which makes me feel like you probably did it. Thank you, Brandy. My dad was in a penitentiary. Okay, that's how I want to say it. Thank you for the super chat, Brandy. My dad was in the penitentiary my whole life, thanks to the war on drugs. Could never rely on him. But God forbid I say that because he can't handle it. Ego. They be so mad and upset when somebody says what it really is. Thank you, Chandrika Jackson, for the super chat. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Don't stalk me. He treats her like she's bothersome to him. He needs to grow up. Huh? Nobody ever want to choose, but every parent choose their kids. The fact that he feels they're comparable. Exactly, Catherine. When he said that shit, I just looked at my husband. My husband was like, "Babe," like we was just like, I can't believe this nigga, bro. I can't believe this nigga. I mean, I was so disappointed that he really felt like that about it. But that doesn't surprise me. Quasia Revenel, thank you for the super chat, love. C should have aired him going to see her, not by phone, Bondy. I got you on in my ears while I'm typing letters. This for the one hiding in the tree. Thank you. Yeah, y'all. He didn't handle it right. He's still not handling it right. The shit he did online today, I was like, you playing yourself. You playing yourself. Here's the thing, C's. When you're not there all the time, and Cheyenne's mom, Crystal, is, Crystal doesn't have to say anything. Crystal doesn't even have to talk bad about you because Cheyenne experienced you and your girlfriend. That's where the issue came in. It didn't have anything really to do with Crystal. So I just kind of felt like he is selfish. He is childish. And I don't know about today. I don't even know about tomorrow. But I think that one day he will regret making her feel like a girl he just met, really a girl he just started fucking with a year ago. You may have met her a while back, but you didn't know her. You think that a girl you just met a year ago is somehow on the same level as your only child. Child, I cannot. Because Puma is not this type of person. Puma brought his wife, his kids, and his wife's mom and grandmother to Atlanta in a house so that his family can be there with him. Ted in his wig was like Teddy Graham Jesus. I was like, look at chocolatey Teddy Graham Jesus. He put Donna wig on. That shit was hilarious. Donna's selling wigs now. We thought Donna was selling CBD, but she shows up to the new tattoo shop. Tati's now managing the new shop. Okay, she's kind of like co-managing with another Atlanta manager who kind of doesn't have her shit together, seemingly. But you know, they're gonna go through the shop and go through the inventory and all of that shit. Tati's acting like she's on it. Okay, Tati, we see you, girl. Get your managerial shit popping. Her and Donna are still kitty clicking, apparently. And Alex was acting like he wasn't cool with it, but he said they was moaning loud. I said, so what the fuck were you doing when they were in a room kitty clicking, Alex? Fuck is going on over there? If you ain't involved, what are you doing? Never mind, child, whatever. Donna comes in with the hair and wants Tati to move the piercer into a closet so that she can put her hair up in the booth where the piercer is. Tati says, no, I'm not doing that. We'll find you another spot, but she's staying there. I gave her that booth. She's staying there. Donna then gets Alex in on the argument so that they can act like, what's wrong? You just were at the house getting your kitty clicked. Like, what's the problem? Tati, whenever you become manager, you don't know how to act anymore. Donna, you're an idiot. You're not a tattoo artist. You're not even doing anything that people normally do in a tattoo shop. You ain't piercing. You ain't doing henna. You're not doing anything that requires a booth. In all honesty, a closet probably would be better because you can get a whole rack to put up against the wall and put your hair up there, get you a little chair and a little table in the corner and sell your hair out the fucking closet. You should be happy that they even allowed you to sell anything in these people business. And you coming in here acting a fool with Tati for it. Child, work on my damn nerves. Alex is weak. That whole big mama shit, I said that's disgusting. I wish he fucking stops. She's not your mom. She's your girlfriend. Grow up, Alex. Donna found her a fool in Alex. A fool in love. He's just a fool. He know he in love. What you say? Yeah. One more time. Tell me about it. Why he treat you like he do, and he's such a good man. Why she treat you like she do, and she such a thick bitch? Because nobody ever said she was good. This is Health Aid Kombucha. Somebody asked me a while back. It's Health Aid Kombucha. But yeah, y'all. We'll see what happens next week if Donna and Tati fight. Donna eats a little bit of Tati snatch and thinks she's getting special privileges. I know, right? You ain't getting no special privileges, bitch. I don't give a fuck if we kitty clicked. I don't care if we kitty clicked until the sun came home, bitch. You are not about to make me a bad manager at my job. Get out of here with that. Go sit your ass in the closet with that hair and call some people in here to buy it and get out of my face. Okay? So cheeky ass bitch. She cheeky as hell, y'all. Work on my damn nerves. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all I got. Now listen, I'm coming to y'all for a little short Bondi Blue show at 9. So right after I leave y'all, come on over and we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that's going down on the blogs. And I cut it, because there's some other things I want to talk about, like some Real Housewives stuff and some other things that Claire My Twins, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. So we're gonna talk about T.I. and Tiny situation, Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent, and Naomi Campbell tonight, and then we'll talk about the rest of it tomorrow. All right, so I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming in and watching. It's an hour, 600 people. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all come on over to the Bondi Blue Show, and we'll talk about some of this mess. All right, see y'all there.